Here I am. I'm small. I'm in the corner. Let's see if there's an audio setting on the video itself.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed.
It's at max
Avowed
right now. Can you guys hear it
adventure
okay?
Into the heart of the living lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands. Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks. If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at
How's that?
mid-range.
Is that a better fit right there?
You can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or
Awesome.
tougher
Thank you,
combatants
Ginger.
in an intentional and controlled manner.
Thank you,
It's
Twigman.
important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make sure you prioritize, or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough
shades
spot.
of
To help with the different encounters you will face, we provide customizable
Avowed
loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat.
sort of Asgard's Wrath
That means
2.
you can play however you want.
I don't know what this is.
Equip a
Choo-choo?
sword and shield and charge into battle. Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range. Or even dual-wield wands to feel like a
It
gunslinging
looks like a
mage.
VR game, doesn't it, Lightning
You
Magna?
could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies.
That is a train
and
scene.
then use your offhand
Thank
weapon's
you,
power
Boobs.
attack to shatter them.
It was in my message ready
We've
to be
worked
queued
hard
up,
to
so I was
keep
like,
you
okay, I'll
constantly
press
engaged as battles
return.
unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the living lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the living lands.
Shadowskark.
As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers. And as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
I don't know who Braun
Just
Strowman is.
4 of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki,
Is he a wrestler?
training under Captain Ruiki, trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words,
This looks
you're a
really
gang
good.
of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here, take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Usually when I don't know
Making the right choice
a
isn't always
fandom,
what it seems. We embrace
what
moral
they
nuance
what they
and gray
are, what everybody's
areas,
chatting
trusting
about.
players to make tough
It's wrestling.
decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zords.
Same, oi boy.
I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters
Lightning
alone,
Magna, so he's like
but I
food
have to know
size.
if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly.
Great lighting
Wait,
and
if
shadows,
you
man.
found
This
Sergeant
looks great.
Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The
What do you
Living
guys
Lands
think?
is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes.
Yeah, John.
From
Great
luxuriant
observation.
forests
Says
to
Obsidian and
volcanic
Tango might be
wastes.
the sleeper
And
hits of the
each
buys
those
that Xbox has
regions
made.
itself
Obsidian's
is a
amazing.
conflux of storied landscapes.
They're just hyper into it,
All of
you know?
the regions have
and
a
the,
lot
and
of
the
special
history and the
things
pedigree of
associated
the
with
developers
them.
there.
But I have a deep
mind-blowing.
place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted
looks
tones
awesome.
of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
So it's
We hope you've
like
enjoyed this look at Avowed.
much more
We're thrilled to share
colorful,
more about the game in the coming months,
sort of
and we
cartoony
can't wait for you to
kind of
explore the living
slant.
lands when Avowed launches this fall.
or an animation kind of slant on what Skyrim provided. Character models look great, though, man. This looks really freaking fantastic. Taking advantage of the horsepower that the Xbox provides. That's sweet. That looks good. Nah. Fall 2024. Okay, we're getting some kind of release ideas. Man, Shadow Drop today, do you guys think? We're going to get something that's out right now? Obsidian's a bit of a different animal. Don't count them out, ASAP. All right, here we go. This is an incredible studio.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua Saga Hellblade II, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey
Soon,
into
my
Senua's
friend.
unique world and her battle for survival.
Very soon.
Where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
That's your prediction, John Yomtov?
Do you see how the pitiless world stamps you down?
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings
Oh,
who raided her
Dawn.
village right at the
Foops.
source in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices.
One thing
While
I
the
would say about
Furies
these
are still
side
her
angles
constant companions,
is
she encounters
they
new
don't look
people
quite
along
as
the
good
way,
when
some of which
people
will
are
value
reading
her
off
unique
prompter.
perspective, and
They're
others
great
who
when
will
people are
reject it.
coming
Little
up
by
with
little,
the words that they're going to say,
this
but if they're
settlement
reading, you can kind of see it in their eyes if you go from a side angle.
became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been
This looks
enslaving her people.
incredible. Jesus.
In the story, we're trying to be as
This is next
faithful to
generation.
history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Stunning.
A sign.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing
This is
voices,
good.
and having unique beliefs
They
about
need
the
to
world around her.
reinforce the
To bring
background, 'cause
Senua's
not everybody
perspective
played
of
the
world
first
to
one.
life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean?
It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
You know, I don't know the answer to that
On
question,
Saga,
Lightning
we've
Mag.
taken
I'm
everything
sure
to the
somebody on the
next
chat
level.
does.
With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time
that's Microsoft
planning the
money right
motion
there.
capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to.
They have
bring
Daniel
into
Craig
this
working
fight.
at this
how
studio.
Can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel.
Good God.
One of our key goals was the ability
That
to
looks
actually
so
tell a story.
freaking awesome.
It does feel very different from the first game, but it's
This
very
guy,
brutal.
he's
and
got the
you're very
Danny Craig
invested in it.
look. Daniel Craig look.
Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces.
How
and then I have
wild
to wait
that
a little
one of the
while, and then I get to
game
see that
creators
all again,
is the lead
in-game,
character in the
costume,
game.
on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of
Diddy
immersion
Craig.
to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough
This
to
is why
do
we
a
have the
few
best
reference
community on
gathering trips
Twitch.
in
Right
Iceland.
there, Diddy
You
Craig.
have to be there. The sense of scale, everything
Look at that.
is incredible.
Oh,
And
it's
you
reference
see a
footage.
scene, or you see a small section of the game, and you're like, "Yeah, that works. That's amazing."
I thought those were game visuals.
Senua experiences reality differently.
We're not far from
and
that,
a
guys.
part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
Good to
These
see you,
voices come
Steven.
to life
Say hi to
through
Marge.
audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations.
Mm.
As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
Wow.
What will we do to us?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade.
Oh man. It's
On the
giving me
music, we are
chills.
working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them.
Oh yeah, they played at
We
the Game
feel
Awards. That's
their
right.
craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really
I am
special.
freaking
We are also
stoked
working with
for
heavy
this.
metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies.
John
They sing
Sing's
so
coming out
beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of
in
music.
May.
So this
But we don't
all
know if he's
creates a very immersive and
just
a very
making that up.
special and unique experience.
Diddy Craig.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see
It's
where
Weezus.
Senua goes
Hello,
next, but
welcome.
to deliver something
Fist bump
really
for you.
meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character.
Look at that
and
shot.
Even if they can't
Just gorgeous.
really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
This guy was
I'm so
amazing.
proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua Saga Hellblade 2.
You can tell, man.
Our hope
They're
is to not only create a game
pouring
that is
everything
great to
into
play,
this.
but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of
It's an
Senua's
incredible
journey,
developer.
a journey that
They've got
you
a
can
really
embark
good
on
pedigree,
May
like a
21st.
fantastic history. DMC, Heavenly Sword, what the hell was the Escape to the West? What was that one called? That was fantastic. Ninja Theory rocks. Oh, I missed the date. When? May 21st? Is it May 21st? I missed the date. There it is, May 21st. What the hell? What's happening? Stream's getting taken over. Oh, mystery guest. What? Five Studios. What is this now?
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix. 聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの情報を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年にファイナルファンタジー外伝として誕生して以降、マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに、個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され、長らく愛されてきました。
Wow, look at all those Mana games.
本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。
That looks so good.
シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
And what a contrast to Hellblade II.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Grabs. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。
Awesome.
今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。
I wonder how old some of this
最新
concept
作
art
では
is.
聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を
He does look incredible,
海を
doesn't
渡
he,
る
Don
手助けを
Foobs?
してくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
Is it
新たな
open
仲間を
world?
考
I mean,
え
it
るにあ
looks
たっては、今
massive.
作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方を考えながら調整を重ねていき、 ピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は
Pretty good show so far, right,
過
Weezes?
去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう、今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
Beautifully shot. This whole video series. Gorgeous.
今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。
I wonder if this is a Game Pass day and date.
そして本作ならではの特徴として聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、
That sounds like a good plan,
その力を宿した武
Foobs.
器を使うと
I would love to come
バトルを手
with
助
you.
けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックルにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。
Cool.
私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて
Like where your
Xbox
head's
ユーザー
at,
の
my
皆さん
friend.
にお届けする本作聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏、この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
Summer. Crazy. They're not saying Game Pass. Not yet. Wait for a 5,000 or get a 4080 Super. Whew. I would always get the card that's underneath the top because you're getting most of it. That's the way I would always kind of play it. Like you spend a fortune to have the top end, but you get most of the top end for a little bit less.
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013
Bum
with
tingle.
our decades of personal experience.
That would be
building
fun,
some of the most
Foobs.
beloved strategy games
Halo
of all
3, that
time,
was an
like
incredible
Civilization
experience.
5. We came together to create something new and innovative
This is Ara,
in
right?
a genre we all love. Ara History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern,
How much less is the
empowering, and
4070
truly
Super?
compelling and approachable way.
16-bit and good to see
For
you.
example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good.
It walks out.
Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement.
That's great.
It's been an amazing
That's
process
gold,
to
man.
see
You
from
do keep
concept
that
to
in.
completion.
That's awesome.
We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and
wait, boy.
prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall
You see
in
how
love with strategy games in the
it
first
just
place.
stopped everything and we had to pay attention? That's why you do things
Historical
like
grand
that.
strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space.
Does look great.
A blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
I'm
The living
just
world isn't
looking
just
at
a
all
map.
the hours.
It reflects the choices players make over the course
Ticking
of
away.
the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence
Clearly
on
inspired by
architecture
Civ,
over
yes.
time, to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Ara is our
It's
philosophy
yeah, oh shit,
of
it's
rule
4
how
o'clock
you
in the
want to
morning
rule.
game. Yes, it is
No feature better
16-bit.
exemplifies
That's
this
all I'm
than the
seeing right
prestige
here. It's like,
system.
oh my lord.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential,
Oh my lord,
impressive,
my kid's
and
birthday was a
important
month
nation
ago.
The world has ever
So
known.
it's that kind of game.
This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military
I mean,
might.
this doesn't look like an
Scientific
Xbox game.
advancement.
I'll tell you that
The
right now.
choice
This
is
looks like
theirs.
I want to race home to
In
play
Ara,
this on an
there are no
Xbox
set
Series
victory
X.
conditions. Players
Looks
get to
good,
decide
but
what is most important to
this
them
is a PC
and
game.
focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Ara, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible
Oh, I'm sure,
monuments
Polywog.
and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses.
Oh, so
and
this game
game-changing
solves how
abilities
the
to nation
pyramids
that
were made.
constructs them.
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally
The news
excited
is going to
about
be
is our crafting system.
cutting to
crafting
this. I think
system
History
offers a
Channel will
unique
be using
challenge
the
to
footage.
player that they generally
Great to
won't
see you,
often
Abby.
in the 4X genre, succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something like an important improvement.
John, that's a
triumph.
very good
Just
analysis, my
changes
friend,
the
about
challenge that exists in Ara compared to other
visions
4X
of Mana
games.
hitting PS Plus and
Crafting
Game
plays
Pass.
out in Ara at a national scale.
That would be
with
huge.
Players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in Ara encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Ara, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Ara just feel more real.
Right.
In a typical strategy
Because
game, once your turn is
strategy
finished, you have to wait for a long time. With
wouldn't
simultaneous
happen
turns, generally speaking,
in
those
turn
times are very low.
in
You get
reality.
to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Ara, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military
Slide
personnel
away.
or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms.
It's next.
They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and
Get
many
ready.
more.
Each leader in Ara has a
Ah,
number
man,
of
I really
special
hope they've got
abilities
Harrison
determined
Ford in
by
this
their
thing.
personality traits, as well as a powerful and
Oh
unique
my God, I
leader
can't
trait
can't
informed
believe
by
we're
their
about to see an Indiana
contributions to
Jones
world
game.
history.
With a diverse global roster,
And speaking
we know
of
players
history-
will find leaders that they will want to play, and even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Ara for, you.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It
I would
turns
play
out
a short
in our
round
first
game.
Generation, it was maybe a little
I would
bit
play a
too
Willie Scott
aggressive
game.
or
We just
disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
Cougars!
Cougars!
Cougars! I hate cougars!
someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of Ara is only the beginning. We are going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Ara and to create your own history.
Yeah, it's PC. Looks cool. It looks cool. I who knows? It looks amazing, like next level Civ. All right, guys. I might freak out. We got Summer, May, Indiana Jones, Shadow Drop today. Oh my lord. Oh my god.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos
Welcome to
Machine
Uppsala.
Games.
I've been there.
We are really excited to finally be able to share
name
our
is
work
Jerk.
on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented
I can't believe what I'm
ultimate
seeing
adventure.
here.
Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture.
Yes.
In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game.
So we did the making of Fallout 3.
I've been a fan of this my whole
Todd
life.
told me he wanted
and
to do this.
I couldn't be more excited
then.
to show you what the team here has
And
been
I
up
was
to.
pinging people
Let's
at
take our
Lucas
first look
Arts
at
to
the new Indiana Jones game.
Let them know that Todd wanted to do this.
Let me tell you what you are missing.
Oh my god.
Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built
Harrison
yourself a
freaking
life of
Ford.
meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Come on, guys. Knock us out. Oh, man. Look at that.
Myths.
Todd must flip out. It's in the indie font.
History.
Sounded like.
Just different ways to interpret the past.
Sounded like. Sounds good, though.
Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried. Just waiting to be found.
Yes.
You can't just run away
Marcus!
from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
So it's first person.
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
lip sync feels a little off.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
The guns sound perfect.
Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
The action looks great. The cut sequences need some tuning.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the...
It sounds like Harrison Ford, but
Kulimani.
A little bit nasally.
The Great Circle.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
You have any idea how old that was?
Is it Troy Baker? Is Troy Baker Harrison Ford? It does sound
Jones
like him, doesn't it,
is
Weezus?
Such an iconic character, and he means so much.
It feels like it's
to so
Troy
many
Baker.
people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years.
Well, come on,
He's
everybody
a
at the
brilliant
studio would have.
archaeologist. He's a charismatic
fan, though?
everyman. He's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you
Oh
in
my God,
Indy's
they're in
shoes,
Lucasfilm
letting you see
digitizing
and
the
feel what he
actual
sees and
props.
feels. For us
Oh
at
my
Showgames,
God.
we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
I would like a third-person mode.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles
I mean,
in
I'm not going to
ancient
complain.
temples,
I cannot wait to
or
friggin'
seeing
play
your
this
knuckles
game.
go bloody in a fistfight. All of these moments are much more intense in first person. But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat and the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for
Okay.
a third-person view.
All right, I'm in for this.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
Temple of Doom.
When our game
No,
begins,
Temple of
Indiana
Doom
is
is
working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the
We're getting a
sounds
lot
of
here,
breaking
guys.
and rushes
Oh my
to confront
God.
the thief in the college museum.
Oh my God, I'm
The
flipping
mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's
I
curiosity.
wish it was Harrison Ford.
How are you?
Following the trail, Indiana
voice
heads to
is-
the Vatican,
is
hoping to learn
older,
why
though.
this particular relic
It's
was
Candyman
stolen,
versus
and
Indiana
discovers that
Jones.
things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels
might be
until
ready.
he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
It feels like it might be ready. We might be getting it today.
Stop. Meet me in Vatican. Stop. Indy.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Right. Agree.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun, and to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your
I mean,
advantage,
it looks great. The
or using the
cutscenes
tools at your disposal, like
quite
the whip.
killing it for me.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt,
wow,
the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana
Ain't no way
Jones
it's shadow dropping,
adventure.
ASAP. They want to
One
hear
of
the
the biggest
feedback
ways
from
to do
this
that
reveal
is
here.
with the music. John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
Yeah, we want to see
course,
him.
Our characters do a lot
clumsy.
to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity,
Could you imagine
Gina
if this
has a
comes out
personal
today?
stake in getting
Slide
to the
away,
bottom
like
of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if we can keep up.
Fight. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love
I think it might
our
be Troy
villains
Baker.
and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
Could you imagine if this is out today?
And the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under in the skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment.
That's great.
You can use it as a distraction.
The game looks
you can
amazing.
absolutely use it in combat. Everything
sounds
you'd expect
amazing.
from Indy's whip, and hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important
my
to
head
Indiana
is
Jones.
blown off. I can't
Obviously,
believe we're
there are
looking
a
at an
handful of
Indiana
puzzles
Jones
on the
game in
main path,
2024
but a lot of the
with a
puzzles are
budget
optional
and
are
like the
just there
thought
for the players
process
who
to
want
make it like
experience
this.
them.
It's awesome.
Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
You gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these roller coaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising
like Troy
twists,
Baker.
and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year.
Okay.
And I cannot wait to share more
There's
soon.
Todd stealing his idol. Okay, they got to tighten up those cutscenes. They're a little too clean, I feel like. Rough him up a little bit. Coming out this year. Hitting Game Pass. And it's exclusive to the Xbox. Woo! I'll go full screen camera. What did you guys think? Because of Indie, 9.5 out of 10. Me too, 9.5. Something for everyone, Paulie Wog says. Yeah, Ara, super cool PC strategy looking experience. I don't know how much, truthfully, I'll be able to play that. That seems just like take a month off, type of a game. In the fall of 2024, I truthfully don't know how the hell I would fit that in. If I'm choosing in the fall of 2024 between Ara and Avowed, I'm choosing Avowed. That looks amazing. Visions of Mana looks awesome. Hellblade 2 looks so sensational that I think it colors a tiny bit of my enthusiasm for Indiana Jones. And it's not the game. The game looks amazing. It is the cut sequences. I just want the storytelling of this incredibly famous character and actor, because they've modeled Harrison Ford. They got him, but it looks a little mannequin-y, compared to the photorealism of Senua's Saga. It just... And sort of the state of the art out there, the God of Wars and some of the other things, the Last of Us stuff. I just want the Indiana Jones cut sequences to just be polished and beautiful. And if it is Troy or whoever is doing the voice work, get it a little closer. It's good. It looks good. The game looks great. But the story of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, the storytelling elements that we see, looks just good right now. Abby Jams is confident they're going to get a polished pass. The story is no doubt going to be a huge part of the experience. I mean, it's so important. And honestly, it has to be an Arkham and Spider-Man level game. It has to hit those quadrants, unless they're done with spending the money on it, because the Dial of Destiny didn't do the numbers that Disney was hoping, Lucasfilm was hoping, and maybe there is this idea around Indiana Jones that the audience has moved on. It hasn't Xbox, it hasn't Bethesda, especially if you make an incredible experience. I hope that's not the case. I just want them to polish and make it just look insane, like indistinguishable from what we see on the movie screens. Movie license games aren't the same they were a decade ago, thankfully. I've got faith they'll do something good. I was excited about the idea of playing it today, but truthfully, I really want them to keep cleaning and keep polishing and keep making it amazing. Same John, 8.5 out of 10. Indie was great, but doesn't look next-gen enough. The cut sequences, anyway. I think that's what it is, right, Twigman? I mean, they had to show us stuff. They had to show us that they were putting it all together, but yeah, it just needs a little more love, a little more grime around the edges, too. That's the other thing. You need to see the film grain and the dust and the dirt, and I want to see the scruff. I want to see his beard. I want to see the follicles on his face. I sound a little creepy, but I want it to be perfect. Today's a good day to be an indie fan. It is. It is freaking incredible. And 6 months of polish on a game can make all the difference. It can make it hugely different. I think that was an incredible showing, though. I mean, that was a nice showing of strength of these massively budgeted, hugely ambitious titles and partnerships with Square Enix. I think I'm at an 8.5 right now, and that's probably only because I want a little more out of Indiana Jones. Asap says a lot of Troy Baker's Instagram comments are saying he's indie. It sure sounded like Troy Baker. Let me search that right now. Let me see what people are saying. Entertainment Weekly, 2 minutes ago. Troy Baker is indie. Last of Us star Troy Baker now channels Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones in the new game. I mean, he's an amazing actor. Troy Baker is fantastic. So what we heard was accurate, but it's not quite there. And maybe they're trying to make it not quite Harrison Ford. Maybe they want some separation. They want to kind of creak a door open so that, if the game's a massive hit, people are hearing a different voice. But God, that's great for Troy. I mean, I love Troy. He's fantastic. I wish the indie game was all third person, but that's just me. Decepticon says it will be a bad day for Vic if the game does not do well. Alpha Cat, yes, it will. But that's predicated on the game being great, I mean, God. We're talking about an Indiana Jones game in 2024. I'm so freaking stoked. It's happening. We saw it. That's great. That was awesome. Thank you for joining me. I am super excited about where Xbox is going to take us for this year. Congratulations to Troy Baker. You win. You win 2024. You get to play Indiana Jones. That is great. I had a blast with everybody. Thanks for watching us here. I'm going to post this whole stream over to our YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed over there, it's youtube.com/EPNTV. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you watch us live on twitch.tv/EPN. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you soon. And until then, play forever.